Good morning everyone, and welcome to Rfix 2022.
I think we've been through a very interesting time because what's happened, of course, is with all of the lockdown due to the pandemic, it's really accelerated digitalization. So where things took maybe a long time to get penetration, overnight we saw a massive step forward. And I think there's great opportunities because obviously digitalization, in terms of our sector, in terms of receivables finance, is really a way to optimize the business. It's a really good way to provide a much better level of service. And I think from a customer experience point of view, I think that the companies coming around today, they really want to actually interact in multiple channels.
The primary one would be around the API connections between our systems. It's been there for a while, it's been discussed for a while about making the systems more open. APIs have been there pretty much forever, different technologies, but now the combination of the open technologies like REST APIs and that type of things make a true communication layer between the system that can be accessed publicly, that can be understood publicly, and will make the integration between our systems much easier.
So the world is getting smarter every day, and you will find application in machine learning and artificial intelligence in various fields. You will find that in customer segmentation, in fraud prevention and fraud detection. You find that also, of course, in credit risk management. And when you see how the world is changing, we are coming from the COVID-19 pandemic and now the invasion from Russian military in Ukraine, that all leads to supply chain finance disruption in supply chains, so increasing credit risk. And you could use modern technology like artificial intelligence to identify what is changing, what are the risks coming up.
Well, we were surprised because we didn't expect such a important rebound, but we have to consider that factoring is a product supporting real economies and SMEs in time of crisis. So it's a way to show the resilience and the strength of the product and the contribution it gives to the real economy and SMEs. And for the future, we expect that the growth will continue because, again, the CFO of the companies will have to take measures to better organize their working capital strategies, and factoring is an instrument that can help them to solve this issue.
Central registry is very important today, more than 10 years ago, from three main perspectives. Protection against our corporate customers against fraud. Today, fraud costs the global economy as much as $5 trillion. Also very important is in the sense of an onboarding perspective. From a central registry, there are a couple of initiatives out there today where you could get customers access to data from an onboarding perspective. One of the problems we're having in onboarding is because it's quite slow, it's quite outdated, and there are no documents. If there's a central registry, you could access customers' data and makes the onboarding process, KYC, a lot more efficient and a lot more productive.
I think from a technology perspective, the mission we've had for many years has been to try and reduce the operational expenditure of a bank. And there was no better time to do that than when everybody started working from home and people were starting to need quicker access to funding, all this kind of stuff. So what needs to happen, and what has been happening, is that people are starting to look at technology as ways in which they can enable cost savings, but also access to customers. So from my perspective as a software provider, it's a great time because people are starting to actually look at innovation, look at automation, look at how they can simplify their operations by using tools rather than people.